What is up, my friends? It is Barbana coming at you once again live through the power of the internet. And in today's video, we are on a different game today. Here we are actually on Forza 6. Yes, you heard that right. I bought Forza 6. So, in today's video, we're going to be finishing off these last 3 races of the European Tour Sport Icon. And, funnily enough, we'll be using a Mustang. Alright, let's hop into this.
Will be at Hockenheim, alternate home of the German Grand Prix.
Whenever they talk, whenever the people talk in the game, I'm going to be quiet so you guys can hear what they're talking about, and then the commentary will continue after that. So, I bought the game 2 weeks ago, and I've just been messing around in it for the majority of it. Funnily enough, I didn't realize this. Excuse me. All the money from Forza 5, I bought Forza 5 too. All the money from that transferred over to Forza 6. So I had 5.1 million. And now I'm down to 1.1 million. I've bought a couple cars. And hopefully sometime in the near future you guys will be seeing my boy OAG back on here. He is currently on holiday, I believe. So when he gets back, we'll be doing some drag racing, some drifting, some racing, a little bit of everything. I think we'll mostly be doing drag racing because we have both built a drag kart as a Class A, and we both have very different cars. Mine's a Dodge and his is a old Chevy. They're both American, they're both rear-wheel drive, and they're both V8. So this should be fun. But we're on lap 1 here. We're in 5th place. And it feels good to be back playing a racing game that I can actually record. Sorry about that. Forza 5 I didn't want to record because it was too bad to record. I didn't want to put out a video that was just too bad for anybody to watch. So I never ended up putting a video up for Forza 5. Forza Horizon 2, I kind of got out of that, and then my Minecraft series kind of took off, and then don't get me wrong here. I'm not going to stop the series, but it's going to be on hold for a little while here until I do some stuff in there. I've got a massive project that hopefully when OG gets back, hopefully he can help me with it. It does feel really good to be back in a racing game. 2010 Chevy Mustang? 2013. I'm not too big on the Mustangs from the early 90s, or the late 90s, like 99, on up until 2015 when they switched over to the new body style that they have now. I really didn't like this body style. I liked the old Fox bodies, the newer 90s Fox bodies, and then I really do enjoy the 2015, 2016 and on up Mustangs, how they look. Speaking of that, I actually, funnily enough, I seen one when I was out and about today. I seen a new 5-liter Mustang. It was orange. It looked pretty good. I think we're in Hockenheim. Probably. My guess is. I guess we'll find out when we get done. also got some new grips for my controllers today for Black Ops 3 and racing games and stuff like that, and they're working out pretty good. I found them at, I think it was Myers, or Meyer, or however. Just the American thing, everybody puts S at the end of everything. So if you hear me say like Myers or something like that, it's just because it's so stereotypical over here, and we do it without even noticing it. We always put an S at the end of everything. So it's Meyer. So I found them at Meyer for, you could get a 4-pack for like $4. They were over, for me they were over by where the Xbox games are. So if you guys wanted to look into those, they're black and green. Monster Energy colors. Oh yeah, speaking of that, there will be an update video on my dirt bike. Sometime in the near future, hopefully. And then, since it's summertime now, also on the Brando's Mini Vlogs channel, that is my second of 3 channels. Make sure you guys go follow both of those in the description, because I do also upload content on there. I upload GTA content on Brando's Mini Plays, and I upload vlogs and anything else that interests me that's not related to videos. That's just related to like real life circumstances, like if I go down to my local drag strip or something and I maybe record a couple drags or anything, I'll put it on that channel. And just generally if I have fun in real life away from the computer, that'll be on that channel. So hopefully when I do get my bike back, when I do get it back, there will be an update video on this channel, and hopefully there will be a vlog, a riding vlog, with the process of how me and my dad load up our bikes, what gear we take. You guys already know what bikes we have if you guys have watched previous episodes, or you guys scroll back through my video history. On here, you guys will see that we have 2 Hondas. One is a 2002 and one is a 2008. The 2008 is mine and 2002 is my dad's. Excuse me. So, yeah, we'll show you guys the process of how we load up, how we unload. I might show you guys where we go riding at. It just all depends on if it's a busy day or not. Because if it's a busy day, then you guys won't be able to hear me, because they have a lot of bikes, UTVs, ATVs, Jeeps. They have a lot of everything everywhere, and it's really hard to actually be able to hear yourself talking without having to scream. So if they're not busy when we go, I might show you guys around the place a little bit. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. My throat's been a bit dry this morning. It's actually not morning, but my throat's been sore a little bit. Plus, I just got done eating lunch. Fourth and final lap here, and in first place. When I get the dirt bike back, it'll be very, very different. It'll look different, and it'll have different components inside of the engine and everything like that, because of what happened. And then I'll explain that when I get the bike back too. And give me a minute here, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had to look at something on my phone really quick. Alright, we got 3 more races left. And this video's already gone on for 10 minutes, so this is going to be probably quite a long video.
Wide roads that lend to high speeds.
Yes, I've raced on this course before. If you guys have been through, or if you guys have been with me through the very beginning of this channel, you remember I started out recording Forza 4 on the Xbox 360, which happened to be my first video, and which happens to be my most watched video, currently sitting at 164 views. So, hopefully Forza 6 can do the same for me. I'm not trying to get all good views and everything like that. I'm just trying to provide you guys with good entertainment. If you guys are having a bad day or anything like that, just know that you guys can come to my videos and may provide a little bit of happiness. And I got another Mustang right next to me. There's a lot of Mustangs in this one. There's a Ferrari next to me. OAG's in an RCF. Alright, this is 4 laps as well. So. Oh! Drifting with traction control on. I have to give you credit, OAG. That is a pretty cool design on that RCF that you got there. Back to the bikes. I guess I'll talk about it in the video because I really have nothing else to talk about. So my bike is sitting in the shop because when we went racing last time, or not racing, when we went dirt bike riding, even though it is a racing bike, I don't use it for racing. We went to a place out in Indiana called Aspen Acres, I believe it's called. And I went riding there. And we were sitting there on the trails because they have trails for Jeeps and stuff as well that you can ride on with your dirt bikes and stuff. So we were on one of those trails back there, and all of a sudden my bike it had a little bit of like a grinding noise to it and stuff like that. Something that shouldn't sound right with it. And it stalled on me more than once, and then I got it going again, and then it happened again. And then finally when we were riding back up to go to the truck, the bike just stalled completely. It wouldn't start, and then we tried kicking it, and then the kickstarter locked up. So at that point there was no way that we could get it back to the truck without pushing it. And this hill that I was at was a pretty steep hill, and it was full of rocks, and I don't want to push a bike a couple miles up a hill. So thankfully we had a decent enough truck with good tires on it, and my dad was able to drive the truck down and come get the bike. And then when we got back up to the top, we rested for about, I don't know, maybe an hour, and thought what we're going to do with the bike, see if when it cools down, see if it can start back up and stuff like that, because we didn't know if it overheated or anything like that, even though it has a radiator on it. So all in all, we ended up getting it back home, and it wouldn't start. And we started looking into the bike more. We bought a repair manual, and we took the cover off for where you can turn over the engine with like a an Allen head socket and stuff like that, and the engine was free, but the Kickstarter wouldn't work. So we took apart where the clutch is and everything. We took that whole case apart and everything. I wouldn't call it rebuilt, but we redid the Kickstarter because when we took it out, the spring was in the wrong place and stuff like that. So we put all that back together, put the case back on. It's still the same thing happened, and then we started looking around for somebody who take a look at the bike and tear it apart and see what was wrong with it and give us an estimate on how much it would be. And lo and behold, it was more than either of us thought that it was. Something happened inside of the engine internally, and to make a long story short, I'll explain it the short way for anybody of you who are still watching, and then I'll explain it the longer way for the people who want to stay. Short story told, there was metal inside of the engine, and that's never good to have metal shavings inside of your engine. So all in all, it needs to be rebuilt. For the longer version of you guys who are still sticking around, where I left off at, he tore apart the whole engine. It's nothing with the top end. It's nothing with the top end. It's just the bottom end, so it needs piston, crankshaft, everything like that, timing chain, and to get the engine out, you have to take off the rear sway arm. And when he took that off, the bearings were shot on it and stuff like that. So basically, when I get my bike back, the only thing that's going to be left that's original, the frame and the wheels, and the sway arm. Not much left on the inside of the engine is going to be original. It's aftermarket piston, stuff like that. He did order a couple OEM parts, but not many. And those are what we're waiting on right now. And then he can put the bike back together. And then hopefully I'll get it back and everything will go smoothly. But knowing that bike, it won't go smoothly at all. But it's been a fun ride. This is the first racing bike that I've had. And it's not going to be the last. But it's definitely given me some insight on the upkeep and maintenance and the cost of parts for a motorcycle like I have. And then my dad's, we put new front tire on it and stuff like that, just getting it ready to ride for this year. Mine will be ready to ride for this year. He's going to put new oil in it, new radiator fluid, and stuff like that. And it'll be ready to go almost when I get it back. I have to rebuild the back brakes on it. What else do I have to do? I have to put on my plastic back on it. I took the plastic off before we gave it to him.
At Silverstone, host of racing events held in the British Touring Car Championship.
And yeah, it's been kind of strange not having a bike for a week and a half. It feels like walk out in my garage and it's like, where's the other bike? And I keep forgetting, oh yeah, it's sitting at the dirt bike shop in pieces. When it gets back, I'll make sure to give you guys an update video on it because, as I've said, the plastics are different. I've bought a couple sticker kits for it. I've got stickers around the rims. I've got plastic stickers. I've got Monster Energy stickers. I've got a lot of different types of stickers on the bike right now, and there's going to be more to come because next on my bucket list, if I keep the bike, it's gonna be the spoke covers that you can get for wheel spokes. Yeah. I don't know exactly what colors I'm gonna do yet, because when you buy them, they come in a 2-pack, but I want different colors alternating, so I'm gonna have to buy 2 packs. So that'll be enough for 4 wheels. So this will be interesting. I'm thinking of maybe green and black or something like that, Monster Energy colors. Or maybe get 3 packs. I don't know, red, white, and blue. That might be pretty cool. Red, white, and blue spokes. But yeah, that's next on the bucket list for the bike. Had the bike less than a year, but that's my luck. Yeah, I guess it's just how much you spend on it is how many problems it has. The lower end bikes that you go, most of the time they have a few problems with them. But when we got this one, the only problem was that back brake didn't work quite right. It had air in the line, and that's what we think it is. And I've bled the system with the help of my dad more than 4 times, and it still hasn't fixed the issue. So we just bought a rebuild kit for it, and we're gonna try to rebuild it. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to go to a braided hose brake line for the rear, because I've heard that they hold less air in the lines, and they're also easier to bleed them. They're also easy to bleed. And then there is also a problem with the throttle, that it sticks. But when I get the bike back, if it still does the same problem, then it might just be something with the tension on the throttle, or it could be something internally in there. But it really doesn't deter me that much from riding it. The throttle just gets stuck open sometimes, and you have to pull the clutch in and rev it up. But if you have a racing bike, you want to hear the engine sound anyways. And if you guys were wondering what bike I do have, it is a 2008 CRF 150 RB. RB is, R is the race, B is big wheel, and E is for expert. So it's a 150 RB expert. It does have some modifications on it before we bought it. The previous owners put, I think it's called like lethal handlebars on it. They put oxidized breakaway levers on it, half clutches on it, which makes it really, really, really nice. You can have 2 fingers on the handlebar and 2 fingers on the clutch, and it makes it easy for quick shifting. What other modifications did they do to it? The guy who we bought it off with, his son used to race it. So it had a racing piston in it, racing crank in it. It was, when the guy delved into it, he said, this is the best parts that you can buy for this bike for what the previous owners had done to it, because they raced it. So it had racing everything in it, racing cam, racing piston, racing timing chain. It had everything racing it. And I'm just taking it back to stock. Well, the parts aren't stock, they're aftermarket, but the head and everything is OEM spec. If that makes any sense to any of you guys out there at all who are watching. It might make sense to OAG a little bit, but other than that, I don't quite think anybody else knows what I'm talking about. If you're still watching at this point, I'm sorry that you had to go through my nerd rant today about cars and new motorcycles. Once this race is over here, sadly I do have to end the video here because we are approaching the half-hour mark pretty quickly. And I do like to try to keep the videos around a half hour if I can. For specials like the Halloween special, that was about 45 minutes, and some of my GTA videos are longer because I was doing story mode missions, and those can kind of take a little bit longer than a half hour at times. I think most of my videos on that channel were about 45 minutes long. So if you like the longer videos, that might be a good channel for you to check out. If you guys do like shorter videos, around like 11 minutes and stuff like that, the vlogging channel would be a very, very good channel to check out because they're short videos and they're all in real life. Not behind a computer, so you guys get to see my face and everything like that. I'm about to lap this guy. Who's in last place? I don't know who he is. Alright guys, let me see what we want here, and then it'll be time to close off the video. So in the next race we will pick up at Prague. I believe that's how it's pronounced. So it is your boy Brandon signing out. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, take care, have a good day, and remember, as Roman Atwood always says, smile more.